Midsommar. Can I just say this movie was an excellent watch? It's almost like a masterclass in horror. It has atmosphere, it has shock value, and a really intimate and well written story. Almost like the events of this movie could actually happen. Hold up though. I'm in no way saying anything in this movie is real or should happen. It definitely is extremely disturbing at times. I just wanted to appreciate the art. But I also have to say this too. This film has a lot of things that stick out like a sore thumb, from symbolism and foreshadowing in various murals and art, to all of the horror happening in broad freaking daylight. There's definitely a lot happening beneath the surface. On the surface, this movie is bright and colorful. The cult in this movie celebrates a real Swedish holiday known as Midsommar. Though the actual tradition is a lot less gruesome, it's still the perfect setting for the message the director is trying to get across. So, what is that message? Well, while watching the movie through Danny as our main character, it's very clear the movie is setting up a tragic end. She loses basically her whole family in one night. Not only that, but her boyfriend becomes increasingly more distant. His friends really don't help the situation, and the overall awkwardness just made me really uncomfortable during the beginning of the movie. So, yeah, that's basically the whole introduction. While it's extremely, and I mean extremely, awkward and uncomfortable, in my mind, it's the entire fuel for the whole rest of the film. Christian, her so called boyfriend, he really irritates me, invites Danny on a trip to Sweden. And visually, it's absolutely gorgeous. Open skies, serene green meadow, and while the architecture is a bit questionable to say the least, it somehow still adds to it. And that's where this movie gets you. Everything looks perfect, but something feels a little more than off. After a sweet reunion and a traumatic shrooms trip, welcome to the commune. Pay attention to this place, the uniformed people, the tradition, the beliefs. They all become something much more sinister, not because of the shock, but because of something underneath. I can't help but think this cult means something more than what is shown in the film. I mean, this movie is littered with symbols and metaphors and things to interpret. From the mural that depicts the love cycle in the cult and it literally happening to Christian verbatim, to the cult literally feeling every emotion when someone else feels an emotion. Another thing that's just insanely wild to me, especially as an aspiring filmmaker, is that all of the horrors happen in daylight. There's rarely any dark scenes. That, in and of itself, has to mean something, right? Yes. Yes, it absolutely does. I circled the idea about Danny and Christian's relationship. Even after one of the most traumatic experiences to ever happen to a human happens to Danny, he still blows her off, gets distant. The sad part is, the only time Danny is ever heard in this movie is when she's in the commune. Somewhere in this story, Danny must have asked herself a question. She saw the horrors of the rituals, with the elderly jumping off a cliff, and the sickening dance routine that crowned her May Queen. She asked herself, is it really all that bad? In her eyes, clearly, not really. Some have speculated that the movie is a metaphor for Danny and Christian's relationship, and the ending symbolizes her decision to find new love. However, I really think it's more than that. It isn't about the relationship, and more importantly, Midsommar isn't about the cult. It's about a person who's traumatized, someone who has nothing left, and decides to find comfort in something that others find disturbing, but to them feels safe, and then taking it and building a brand new life for themselves. So, yeah, that was Midsummer basically in a nutshell. I had a lot of fun watching this movie, and honestly, it's probably gonna be stuck with me for a minute. That ending scene is absolutely brutal, but I do enjoy the commentary that it gives. If you would like to see more content like this, make sure to like and subscribe and comment. If you have any more movies you would like me to talk about on here, then drop a comment and I'll see what I can do. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe. I already said that, but anywho, good night.